What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. We got a late one on the Saturday night. What is good, superstar Rob?
Oh man, it's you know what? I actually don't mind these late videos. I'm glad to be back with all the superstars right now. So all the superstars watching. So I think we got a good video for you today.
Hopefully, you guys are still awake and ready to go over it. Today was a big drop, big time drop.
Huge,
We
huge.
had Mickey and friends. How did the drop go for you, Mr. Rob?
Button mashed, and fortunately, I didn't get it. How about you?
So I ended up doing the same thing. I got a button mash going and I ended up securing a bag. And the one I got was Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Amazing.
I ended up getting Mickey. It delivered super late, and I got him on the drop. I know that usually you get them in the rebound; they come even later. He ended up coming like there was that huge peak. If you were watching the market right after it opened, everything was going crazy. Like commons were going for 1,000, and then it started going straight down. And by the time I got him, I was able to sell him. Yes, I
Amazing.
sold him for 585. And
Beautiful.
at the time when I sold him, he was going around the same price as Mini, and then you had like a next level where Donald was going for like 700,
Yeah.
Daisy was going for like 750 or something like that. Pluto was over a grand, and Goofy was like 4 grand. He dropped to 3 grand, I think, by the time I got mine and I was able to sell. But I really wanted a Donald.
Yeah.
Um, First
He's your boy.
appearance, obviously my favorite character from Disney. So, like I said, I sold Mickey at 585, and
Yeah.
I ended up picking up Donald. I waited because I looked at the market and I said, okay, only 25% have been delivered, even though I got mine late. Like I got mine
Yeah.
like at 12 o'clock Eastern. By the time that I got it, still only like 25% were delivered. So really slow rollout on this one, but got the Donald for 601. I waited. It was the hardest wait of my life because I was like,
It was
okay,
a good
I'm
move.
out. I'm out now. I said, I'm out now. Okay, I got the 500 gems, whatever it was extra. But I waited. Donald came down 100 gems. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to miss this one. If I have to put in an extra 15 plus whatever that 8%, it's worth it for me. I think these are going to all go over 1,000. I think that was our price
Yep.
predictions. I think we were
Yep.
pretty bang on. If you look at where it came back to, it never really came lower than our prediction. Um,
Well,
I
the
don't think,
cheapest one's at 500 now, Minnie Mouse, and Mickey's at 550,
yeah.
and Donald Duck's at 700. So you made a
And the
great
lowest
move.
I've seen all day were commons in like the 450s, 430s. So we were close. Like I think we said like 400 for the
Look,
commons.
I know these are going to be high, and we're in a gem squeeze event right now, so I'm not going to be surprised if they start backing off on all these drops. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
surprised if these then do trend back towards the 1,000 mark, but we'll see.
Yeah. And there's been some yammering on the Twitters and all that there's going to be drops all the way up until Friday next week. So it's going to be every day a
Wow,
drop until Friday. And obviously it makes sense because they skipped a couple drops. They had to reschedule stuff. So tomorrow's all the
that's true.
rescheduled drops.
Yeah,
And then we got the Lunar New Year stuff coming Monday, Tuesday. You're
yeah.
going to have probably a comic somewhere in there. So they're jammed on the drops. So lots of people looking to keep some gems. And there's like one of these Lunar New Years are 120 gem drops. Craziness.
Expensive.
Might be the first
I'm
one that I
still
don't
going
go
for it.
for it. I just don't have the money right now. I got to figure it out, but we'll see.
Yeah, I
But this was
refuse to
my
sell
big
anything I
pickup.
own.
This was
That's
my
a
big
beautiful,
pickup.
incredible.
So another big move, bigger than me, bigger move than me, is my wife getting on this trading game here. She's been holding Common Spider-Man since 155 gems. Okay,
Wow.
and today he was trading like 830 or 850, something like that. He was trading like that, and she really wanted to get in on this one. She wanted a Daisy and a Mini, so
Nice.
she got in like at rock bottom. She waited it out, and she purchased, I think, when like a little bit over 50% of them were delivered. So I think that might be the sweet spot for when to get into the market, maybe like 50-60% delivery, because
That's
then
good to know.
you have some people who are holding forever, and then you have the flippers, like that might be the maximum amount of saturation, because then you got people buying up the
That would be
flip.
a good video idea if we can
We got to
actually
figure
track it.
out if we
Yeah.
can track it maybe on the next couple of drops. We can
Yeah,
figure
let's
out when
track
the
it.
best time for prices are, maybe timing wise, or maybe
But you're
based
thinking
off.
the 50% mark.
I'm thinking it's like between 50 and 60% somewhere of
Okay.
deliveries. So maybe that's what we'll do on the next couple of drops. Then we'll put a video and we'll give out the results of what our findings are. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when that comes out, because then people might be kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
So if you're in early, maybe it'll help, right? But so her trade was common Spider-Man. She had from our video, she had the Captain America, real life Captain America. So
Okay.
we sold off Spider-Man for $7.99 just to get him out the door.
Yeah, he's still the
Because
same price.
we were noticing a market opportunity, obviously, that these things were falling, and we kind of noticed them leveling off. So she sold the Spider-Man for $7.99. She sold real Captain America for $175, which she may have bought him around $150. I can't remember what, but for her, it was more of a preference over long-term hold. She
Yeah,
wants to
she's not
hold
a
what
Marvel
she's
person.
holding. She's not a Marvel person,
She'd
and
much prefer Disney stuff.
once we realized that she had the opportunity to get both Daisy and Minnie Mouse, because I think she ended up paying like $450 each, which is ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
Daisy was over $1,000. She was like 1.1 when it first happened. So I can see her definitely going back there. But she ended up getting
Daisy's at 480.
Yeah, she's gonna get like 450 for Daisy and 450 for Minnie, I think. Something like very close together in terms of prices. Both FAs, both characters that she actually loves, right? So it's easier for her to hold them long term. She's already missing Mr. Spider-Man though, but it's because she's held him for so long. But common Spider-Man versus, I guess he's still an FA, but of all the FA Spider-Mans, probably the least.
But this is your story right now.
Favorable.
Is the reason why you cannot give up and you have to try every drop, because if you win it, you can flip it. You create opportunities for yourself, right? You got to try every time. It's so easy to be demoralized and say, you know what, I'm not even going to bother today. I can't win them. You have to try.
And if you want to know some places where opportunity lies, we will be bringing those videos. We're thinking about doing a new video maybe tomorrow about value plays in the market. So if you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments, and we can do that up for you. If there's something else you want to see, let us know in the comments, and we will do that as well. But yeah, two big plays today. I flipped Mickey for Donald, and my wife flipping Spider-Man common and Captain America for Daisy and Minnie. Might not be your favorite move, but definitely I could see some opportunity in the FA's first lenticular cards. So she definitely did well, I think, regardless.
You can't
if
go
the
wrong
other
with
ones
these.
can't
go wrong with these. They're FEs, and for her specifically, and this is for everybody. If you have a personal preference that's going to help you hold long term, buy the thing that's going to help you hold long term, because in the end, these are all going to do well.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So that is the end of Mickey and Friends until the next one, I guess.
Yeah.
But the next thing I want to talk about is tomorrow's drops very quickly. We have Daredevil rescheduled from Thursday to tomorrow. This is the first drop, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. And then in the afternoon here, 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, we have Spider-Man, Marvel Mighties. So lots going on tomorrow. Hope you did not have any plans, because they're going to be in the market between these, after these, making sure that you're sniping up all their deals, okay? But if we get back into the Marvel Mighties, just quickly looking at it, I definitely need to get one of these.
I want that Spider-Man.
I want
that Spider-Man.
I don't want any of these other ones. I don't care. If I land this on the drop, I might keep him, but I'm not going for him aftermarket, because he's going to be way too expensive. Only 3,333 editions. I think he's going to be like 6, 7, 800, maybe 900. Maybe even 1,000. You know what? Because I think he has less mints than like Dr. Doom.
Yeah, we did a video on this. Check it out if you haven't.
I think he's over 1,000. I think we mentioned, right?
Well, with that mints like that, like it's tough to say. Otherwise, we'll see though.
And this one I don't really care about. Like, I think honestly, I think if I win this, I'll sell it.
And pick up the other ones.
I might hold this guy for a little bit, but I think this guy would sell him if I won him.
Get a Green Goblin.
I just want the Spider-Man. He looks so sick.
Yeah, me too.
But all right, so that's another drop. Then we got Monday, where we got stamps, $6. You can get in here. If you were ever wondering, maybe that is the time to get into Veve, but you just didn't have enough money, go on your couch, look for some coins, okay? Because you might be able to find enough to participate in this drop. Only $6. All right. Nice. Blind box, and you can get one of these stamps, and this can be your entry point, because there's not too many of them, I don't think. I think that they got 11,000 of the Tiger, because that's the year of the Tiger this year. So if you know somebody born this year, could be a good gift. 8,000 editions for this bull or ox. And then this was a rat. I think I called it a black cat, but it looks like a black cat to me. But it's a
Right,
rat.
right.
And this was 2020 and only 6,808 editions. So
Yeah,
not
not
that many.
many.
There's only like a little less than 30 maybe.
Yeah, like it's stamps are such like a classic
Yeah.
collectible, and they're gonna bring way more stamps going forward into this. So,
Yeah.
me personally, if I won one of these, I'm probably flipping it right away. But
Yeah.
maybe you got some stamp collectors out there that are gonna want to hold on to these things. We'll
These ones
see.
actually, I think for me, are probably the coolest stamps yet to come out though. Like they actually look pretty
Yeah,
dope.
because
Um,
the other ones aren't
I
nothing
wasn't a fan
special.
of the Santa ones or I don't know what the other ones were with the skulls on them, but these ones look pretty cool. But
Yeah,
they're always themed around like a holiday, which I don't know if I'm a fan of that either. I feel like they should just have like maybe like just some
some
USA
generic stamps.
or like generic stamps, yeah, like something like that on the app with the year maybe. But I don't know. These ones got the year. It says they got 2021, 2022, and 2020 over here.
Nice.
So that's the Monday. Then Tuesday, $120, and there's only 1,800.
Wow.
There's so little editions on these. This is
Wow.
reminding me of this. Give me a flashback to Spider-Man comic where there's only 1,000 editions, but
Yeah.
there's only like 3,500 or something like that total.
Man,
And I
these are
don't even know
tight.
what it is. It's a picture frame, like $120.
I don't
Come
know.
on,
I don't know what it is, but I'd still take one because with that low mint number, how can it not do well?
yeah. So see, this is another thing I noticed. If you pay attention, right? This one's the year of the tiger. They highlight the tiger here.
Nice.
This one's the year of the ox. They highlight the ox here. Okay. Why didn't they highlight the rat on the rat one?
That's a straight up mistake.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna actually have that on the drop. So guys, look out for that if that's something you want to see. Did they not highlight the rat, and is it gonna come out without being highlighted, or is it
Could be an
because it looks
error.
like a bobcat? It looks like a bobcat.
Will
That's
this be
why.
the most rare now? Will this be the most rare because
Well,
there's an
it
error?
already is the most rare, only 888
Oh my
editions,
god, and it's gonna even
but
blow up
also
more.
is not highlighted like the other two. I don't know if that would make a difference if you didn't own the other two, because then people wouldn't really have anything to compare it to.
Yeah.
But again, very limited edition Tuesday, so you might be disappointed on Tuesday because not too many people are going to be getting the lunar year stamped paint art, and they're expensive.
Very.
$120.
120 for that? Why though?
Yeah,
You know what?
I don't know.
I don't even care. It burns more Omi. So what? Just
Yeah,
go burn that Omi. Make
exactly.
it if you're gonna have low mints like that, you gotta put the price high so you could burn some Omi
Yeah,
every drop.
yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right. So the big topic we wanted to talk about, besides all the drops that we just had to go through, we wanted to talk about basically timing the market without saying it's not financial advice, obviously, but there's obvious trends in the
Yeah.
market that are very noticeable, especially when Veve comes out with like multiple drops in a row. It's very obvious that people are trying to accumulate gems without loading into the app.
Yeah.
Although today I think was one of the highest days ever in terms of gem purchasing.
Wow.
If you check out Pudding Cheeks' burn sheet, this guy's been an absolute tank. He's
He's a
been
legend.
posting through, I don't even know if it's a he, it could be a she, but
True.
whoever it is, they were posting through all this. Like now that everything's been
Great name
migrated,
too.
it's not even easy for them to track the Omi being burnt. They're doing all manual calculations now. If you go on their Twitter, Pudding Cheeks, amazing. But
Yeah.
today, apparently, 5 million tokens were burnt or purchased or something.
That's a
Which
record.
is incredible, it's all-time high, and that's obviously because of the Disney drop.
Yeah.
But imagine the days when we're seeing 10, 12, 15 million a day
Oh, they're
being
coming.
purchased in the app, because at any time that those are used to purchase something from the store, they get burned, right? So
Yep. Good for Omi.
that's a good thing. Exactly, good thing for Omi.
We're gonna make a video on that.
So let's go over what we're discussing. This is basically price charting of this one's a common Spider-Man. So common Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The pink line is price action, and the blue line is number of listings.
Yeah.
This is a ecomi wiki. This is not our account. Don't worry about it. We have way less than that. But anyways, what we wanted to show here is basically you can see clearly where things started to turn around in terms of price action. And if you line that up and come down here, it pretty much is January 15th, I think. That's what we counted. We counted these bars out.
Around,
so January 5th.
in and around.
Yeah, in and around January 15th, and then it just started to come down, and more listings were going out. So people are looking to accumulate gems. Okay.
Yeah.
The next chart, same thing. You can see Marvel Comics #1, our favorite. We always love to pump this stock, even though it's not common knowledge that it's already a grill. Everybody knows it's a grill. We're
It's a
not
grill.
pumping it. Quiet. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Anyways,
grill.
all-time highs are like 700, and now we're down to 435. If I had the gems, I
Yeah.
would be purchasing another one of these, but I do not have that right now because I used it for my Donald Duck. Anyways,
Yeah.
so if you look though, same exact date, and it lines up around January 15th. So
So
moral of the story,
let's take a look at that Twitter.
on Twitter, January 15th, we scrolled all the way back for you guys. This is the first drop of, actually, there might have even been a drop before
Was
for
it the
comics. But anyways,
with the veil
there might
maybe?
have been oh no, this was a Saturday drop. Yeah, so this is the first drop of like 8 drops in a row. So we had the collectible, and then they got the veil, so 2 back-to-back collectibles. Then we had 6 in a row Spider-Man comics,
Yeah, the
and
Craven,
then we had some breaks in there, but
but
it
not
never
very
really
long.
recovered. You can see that it tried to bounce back, and then things get announced, and then it tries to come back, and then another thing gets announced.
Yeah.
So the market is playing exactly how you would expect it to play right now.
So these events, and before we made this video, like we've always known that we're in a gem squeeze event. We mentioned this in our videos sometimes, and I just wanted to define it. Like when we talked about this, is like, is there a way that we can define really what a gem squeeze is? So I think
Mhm.
the one thing that it's hard to know when you're in a gem squeeze, okay, using data. But
Yeah,
we all lived through, not all of us, if you're new to VV, maybe not, but definitely if you were in VV around Christmas time, we went through the 12 days of Christmas. And during that time period, you can see, if you look on it's a little bit over,
it's
right?
right here. Yeah,
So, right, you could see the level. And it doesn't really matter what the number is, but you can see that the level of listings are high. And then
yeah,
after Christmas, we went through this break period, probably because the people at VV were literally on vacation and we had that AMA and everything.
yeah.
And listings came way down. There was zero drops pretty much. Sure enough,
And then
it,
then they came out
rel-
with all these announcements, and boom,
so
listings are up.
relatively, you could see that the levels of listings that we're at now basically that match that of Christmas time when we knew we were in a gem squeeze event and we knew what happened next, which is it pulled back. So I'm gonna go as far to predict that, okay, I know Christmas was a gem squeeze event. That's my comparable. We have the same level of listings now, so we must be in a
Yeah.
gem squeeze event right now. At some point, they're gonna stop dropping these, and they might go through a period of a break. If they do, we're gonna see those listings come down. When those listings come down, prices I think are gonna bounce back. Just speculation, but makes sense to
But we
me.
also know that this might not be over anytime soon with all of
Yep.
these drops coming out this week. Disney just the beginning, and I think largely due in part to a lot of these prices coming down is due to that. But now we have 2 tomorrow, 1 Monday, 1 Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, and
Yep.
they said 1 Thursday. We don't know what Wednesday and Thursday are yet, but then you're probably going to get something for Saturday. Usually they reserve a collectible for Saturday. So who knows? Who knows when the gem squeeze will be over? But typically it's over when there's a lot of downtime, no announcements or no major announcements, things people don't want as much. If they go comic, back to back to back, like with days in between, that might be what we see. This is what happened here after
I,
Christmas. You can
I
see,
wouldn't
like, if
really
you
be
line
that
up the
scared
dates,
though,
Christmas times are on here.
right? To buy
Pardon?
at these levels though, to buy at these levels, like even though I know I'm in a gem squeeze right now, we
Yeah.
can't really predict when the gem squeeze is gonna end, but it's probably gonna end eventually. The
Yeah.
prices to me right now seem pretty reasonable. Like I
We
wouldn't
just
be
need some
scared to
quiet,
enter.
some downtime we need. Once you get a couple days of downtime, Vivi does some funny things. All right.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, yeah, it's not. I don't know. I wouldn't be scared either if I had gems sitting around. I mean, look how far we've come, right?
Yeah.
We've come down almost 30%.
Right.
So there might be a little bit more room to fall, but long term, I'm not worried at all about any of this stuff. Um, it is what it is. But yeah, we just wanted to talk in general about the gem squeezes and I guess what we've been noticing overall in the markets. I don't know if you think if you've noticed any other patterns in the market, let us know in the comments. And I don't know anything else you want to talk about.
No, I think that's it. I think the moral of the story here is basically how to identify a gem squeeze event. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but
Yeah,
we love looking at these charts to try to find some patterns to hopefully capitalize on those inefficiencies in the market. I mean, we made some videos before, and it looks like in many of those cases, some of the collectibles we picked up have done very well, even with the gem
yeah,
squeeze. You could still be ahead. So things move fast. You know, when you're living it, it's hard to know. But when you look back in hindsight, a month from now, 2 months from now, maybe it's going to work out, and you'll look back and be like, actually, these prices were cheap. I
yeah,
don't know. So if I had some gems on the side, or if I was just entering VB for the first time, in a way, you're almost a little bit lucky because you
yeah.
have you're entering in a gem squeeze event.
And
So
and right now Disney just dropped. So like there wasn't much value, I guess, in the lower numbers. I mean, early on, like everything pumped, right? So it was far and in between that you would find something under 500. I mean,
yeah,
now you have a little bit of options with Disney um, dipping. I don't know if they're still there as we record this, but yeah, I mean, there's opportunities, and the more things that drop, the more opportunities that come because there's more things for people to spread their money into. But the grails should always rise to the top,
they're
and
always good, and maybe
I
these
think
prices will stabilize soon, right?
I
It's still
think
a little bit of a downtrend.
today's drop will prove to be grail. If not grail, it'll be like when Batman's and all those DCs were pumping because they were DCs. I feel like that's the same thing you're going to see
It'll
here.
be
It'll be like,
sick.
yeah, it's going to be sick. It's going to be like this. This
It'll
is
be
like the equivalent of a first appearance Harley Quinn, first appearance Joker, in terms of Disney, right? And I feel like Disney has might have a bigger fandom uh, overall. It might
and
not, but
and the Disney fans haven't showed up yet.
yeah, we talked about that in our last video. If you didn't see that one, go check that out. But anyways, I guess let us know if you ended up winning the drop today. If you did, what was your strategy? Did you just spam that button? Did you use a massage gun? Do you think we don't know about the massage gun guys out there, guys? And what else? Did you time it? Tell us your tricks, your tips, and let us know what you think about the gem squeeze. When it'll be over, and if you think it has, if it has something to do with the number of drops happening in the market.
Yeah, so
Leave
hope
us
you
some
enjoyed the
comments.
video. Let us know. Leave some
Yeah,
comments. We want to hear from
smash
you.
the thumbs up button, and we'll see you in the next one. I love you.
Bye bye.
Bye.